my Odi. I'm so cold. Hi, it's Afi, and today I'm just gonna talk to you guys about high standards and what it takes to keep your high standards. Now, ever since that whole trend of dark feminine energy, high value women, high value men have been circling around the past few years, it has been a big trend. But I believe that some of you guys have the wrong idea about this whole high standards thing. So I'm just gonna express my opinion on it. Now, when a girl says, I have high standards, I will never settle for less, what I've noticed is most of them like the high value woman aesthetic. They like it as an idea, but when it comes to the decision making, most of them will settle. Now, having high standards is very important, but you know what else is important? Your tolerance. The biggest flex is having the ability to immediately walk away from someone that doesn't meet your standards. One may find a very attractive trait about a man and obsess over it, completely ignoring his other traits that most likely you don't like, that you don't agree with, that you're not satisfied with, ultimately, that don't reach your standards. And one of the biggest things that girls fall for is money, wealth. If you're a girl that values wealth in a relationship, then you better pick and choose the right ones. What happens when you go for a guy that just has money but nothing else? You complain about it. They end up treating you badly. You get heartbroken. It's just the same cycle that repeats. You know why? Because you settled. You ignored the other factors of what makes an individual a good person and focused on one thing. You settled. What about your other standards? Some of you guys find it so difficult to walk away. One of the biggest reasons, I just feel bad. Excuse me? What's the point of having standards if you're putting yourself second to the pedestal? You have high standards, but why do you complain that he games all day? You have high standards, but why do you complain that he doesn't give you flowers? You see where I'm getting at? Is most of you guys will tolerate so much just in order to be with this person that you're not happy with. Tell me, are you happy? When I found out I wasn't, it was so easy for me to let go. A relationship is meant to make you blossom. You're not meant to be in survival mode. You're meant to be happy, you're meant to be secure, you're meant to be loved. I've said this many times before. If you are not valued, you get up and you leave. You know why? Because someone out there will value you. And like I mentioned in my other video, a very, very wealthy guy approached me on TikTok and said, "What's your snap?" One of my standards is approaching me the correct way, respectfully. And a guy that just says that, "What's your snap?" tells me enough. Most of us won't even set boundaries. You should know that someone must treat you with respect. And don't be afraid to set it. It keeps yourself away from bad experiences. And since I learned from my experience, the second I feel like I'm entering a situationship, I'm leaving. It serves us... Oh my god. There's no purpose in these situationships. It serves us nothing. And to have zero tolerance, you need to have self-love, self-awareness, self-respect, and self-discipline. Be so disciplined that the second this guy just is a red flag, like the first warning sign you see, leave. That's the biggest flex. If they're incapable of understanding you when you're trying to communicate, or if they're just that type of person, don't even bother. If they're somewhat intelligent, then yes, communicate. If there's someone with a high ego that gets easily defensive, there's no point trying to find closure. That's all I have for today. Take care. No balls.